A vision out west, Barcroft, Boake, far-reaching downs, a solid sea sunk everlastingly to rest, and yet whose billows seem to be forever heaving toward the west. The tiny field must make their nests. The summer insects buzz and hum among the hollows and the crests of this wide ocean, stricken dumb, whose rollers move forever on, though sullenly, with fettered wills, to break in voiceless wrath upon the crumbled bases of far hills, where rugged outposts meet the shock, stand fast, and hurl them back again, an avalanche of earth and rock, in tumbled fragments on the plain. But, never heeding the rebuff, to right and left they kiss the feet of hanging cliff and bouldered bluff, till on the farther side they meet, and once again resume their march to where the afternoon sun dips toward the west, and heaven's arch salutes the earth with ruddy lips. Such is the scene that greets the eye. Wide sweep of plain to left and right, in front low hills that seem to lie wrapped in a veil of yellow light, low peaks that through the summer haze frown from their fancied altitude, as some small potentate might gaze upon a ragged multitude. Thus does the battlemented pile of high-built crags, all weather-scarred, where grassland stretches mile on mile, keep scornful solitary guard. Where the sweet spell is not yet broke, while from her wind-swept, sun-kissed dream man's cruel touch has not yet woke this land where silence reigns supreme, not the grim silence of a cave, some vaulted stalactited room, where feeble candle shadows wave fantastically through the gloom, but restful silence, calm repose, the spirit of these sky-bound plains tempers the restless blood that flows too fiery through the swelling veins. Breathes a faint message in the ear, bringing the weary traveler peace. Whispers, take heart and never fear, for soon the pilgrimage will cease. Beat not thy wings against the cage. Seek not to burst the padlocked door that leads to depths thou canst not gauge. Life is all thine, why seek for more? Read in the slow sun's drooping disk an answer to the thoughts that vex. Ponder it well, and never risk the substance for its dim reflex. Such is the silent sermon told to those who care to read this page, where once a mighty ocean rolled in some dim, long-forgotten age. Here, where the Mitchell grass waves green, the never-weary ebb and flow of glassy surges once was seen 1,000 years ago. To such a sum those dead years mount. The time has grown too weary for the keeping of an endless count, and long ago forgot their score. But now when, hustled by the wind, fast flying, fleecy cloud banks drift across the sky where, silver-skinned, the pale moon shines whene'er they lift, and throws broad patches and strange shapes of light and shade, that seem to meet in dusky coastline where sharp capes jut far into a winding sheet of ghostly, glimmering, silver rays that struggle neath an inky ledge of driving cloud, and fill deep bays rent in the shadow's ragged edge sprung from the gloomy depths of time. Faint shapes patrol the spectral sea, primeval phantom forms that climb the lifeless billows silently, trailing along their slimy length in thirst for one another's blood, writhing in ponderous trials of strength, as once they did before the flood. They sink, as, driven from the north by straining oar and favoring gale, a misty barge repels the froth which hides her with a sparkling veil. High curled the sharpened beak doth stand, slicing the waters in the lead. The low hull follows, thickly manned by dim, dead men of Asian breed. Swift is her passage, short the view the wan moon's restless rays reveal of dusky, fierce-eyed warrior crew, of fluttering cloth and flashing steel, of forms that mouldered ages past, ere from recesses of the sea, with earthquake throes this land was cast in nature's writhing agony. As the warm airs of springtime chase reluctant snows from off the range, and plant fresh verdure in their place, so the dim-visioned shadows change, and glimpses of what yet shall be bid the past fly beyond all ken, while rising from futurity appear vast colonies of men who from the sea-coast hills have brought far quarried spoils, to build proud homes of high-piled palaces, all wrought in sloping roofs and arching domes, smooth-pillared hall, or cool arcade, and slenderest sky-piercing spire, where the late sinking moon has laid her tender tints of mellow fire, and golden paves the spacious ways where, o'er the smoothing granite flags, the lightning-driven car conveys its freight with force that never lags. A goodly city, where no stain of engine smoke or factory grime blemishes walls that will retain their pristine pureness for all time, lying as one might take a gem and set it in some strange device of precious metal, and might hem it round with stones of lesser price. So from encircling fields doth spring this city where, in emerald sheen, man hath taught nature how to bring a mantle of perennial green hue in canals whose banks are fringed by willows bending deeply down to waters flowing yellow-tinged beneath the moon toward the town, filling from mighty reservoirs, sunk in the hollows of the plain, that flood the fields without a pause though summer should withhold her rain. Labor is but an empty name to those who dwell within this land, for they have boldly learnt to tame the lightning's flash with iron hand, that force, the dartings from whose eyes not even gods might brave and live, the blasting essence of the skies, proud Jupiter's prerogative, his flashing pinions closely clipped, pent in a cunning-fashioned cage, of all his flaming glory stripped. These men direct his tempered rage, a bondman, at their idlest breath with silent energy he speeds, from dawn of life to hour of death, to execute their slightest needs. Slow to her couch the moon doth creep, but, going, melts in sparkling tears of dew, because we may not keep this vision of the future years. Swiftly, before the sunrise gleam, I watch it melting in the morn, the snowy city of my dream, the home of nations yet unborn.